Okay. Which takes us to round 4. And, well, there's a all-Norwegian clash. Johan Ludvig against Magnus. So what do you expect there?
That's an interesting fight for us.
And, well, there's another great fight. Hikaru Nakamura against Viswanathan Anand.
Yes.
Anand playing superbly so far, and, well, Hikaru, who's always ambitious in every game, so he will definitely have a go at the champion.
I never really understood Nakamura's style, I must admit.
In what sense?
It's different. It's different from the rest, but he's among the best too. But it's certainly different. Sometimes he can play quite strange positionally, I would say.
Yeah. Well, but he's become much more classical of late. I mean, I think since the moment that he worked with Kasparov for half a year or something, then
well, he probably had no choice. He couldn't continue the way he played on the highest level.
No.
So,
no, but he has no wish either. I mean, he's very serious about his chess. He wants to play classical.
But he compensates enormously by his tactical skills. So that means he's really brilliant when it comes to tactics.
Yeah. And
that's at least how high I consider it.
Yeah. And fighting all the time. So, but we'll see if that's enough against Vishy Anand, who hasn't been in any problems so far. And he'll be pleased to win this. I mean, why not?
Anand, yes. Yeah. It's of course important, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because this fight between them has already started, I guess. The World Championship match.
Yes.
That doesn't start in November, it starts now.
Yeah. So they are sitting down again, and so it's Norway against Norway. Johan Ludvig Hammer against Magnus Carlsen. The number 1 in the world rankings against the number, I think he's 192 or something.
Something like that, yes.
There is a gap between the two, but of course,
but the thing is
it's so different if you've known each other for such a long time.
Yeah, they know each other. They've known each other since they were 10 years old.
Yeah.
Magnus has taken all the attention, of course.
Yeah.
So Ludvig has been in the shadow of Magnus.
Yeah. So they're playing a Queen's Indian. But a modern one with G6.
Magnus just want a position to fight, a fight. No, this is how he plays. Just play something strange, and you're out there and have to fight on your own.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you have a team with 5 players working full time for a week or 2.
Yeah. And probably he, let's say, psychologically dominates Hammer.
But Hammer has beaten him a few times. And at Kristiansund a couple of years ago, actually Hammer had mate in 1, but he overlooked it.
Oh, really?
That was incredible.
Yeah. So at the moment we have 2 leaders. It's Sergey Karjakin and Vishy Anand with 2.5 points. And Vishy Anand is playing with black against Hikaru Nakamura, and Sergey Karjakin is white against Peter Svidler, his countryman. Although, of course, we all know that Sergey Karjakin was born in Ukraine and only moved to Russia 2 years ago, I think. So how are the Norwegians doing, Simon?
See, Magnus has just played G5. He had actually had no choice because he couldn't just stay with the king in the middle, so he had to do something with the H6 pawn.
Yeah.
But that means it's very double-edged. Here, everything can happen. I'm not sure it's better for black, because it's just very risky to storm up with the pawns like this.
That's clear that Magnus is ready to take great risks here.
Yes.
Mhm.
But to me it seems like White hasn't done much except letting Black either weaken himself
Yeah.
or well, the next few moves will tell. Ludvig just played Bishop F1. That's very ambitious. I would thought Knight E1 just to trade off some pieces, because then it won't be so dangerous. But now Ludvig is going actually for a kill, I would say, because he was planning to take that the knight on the bishop on E4 away. He's keeping the pieces on the board. That means he has ambitions.
Yeah, if he manages that, he could get a nice attack.
Yes.
Okay, the knight has gone to E1.
Now it's something a bit to calculate actually.
Or Black has to come up with something clever.
Because F3, this is yeah. It's interesting. I'm not sure Ludvig chose the most critical option, because this looks actually okay for now. He's managed to get a good square on E5 for the knight, and that's very valuable.
Doesn't look like Black's position has deteriorated, does it?
No, it's the other way. I'm not sure. I think maybe Ludvig was a bit too ambitious actually when he played the bishop F1. It wasn't natural to withdraw the bishop to F1.
Okay. So maybe let's have a look at the leaders. Sergey Karjakin, he's playing against Peter Svidler. You know how to get that back? I am. So Karjakin is on board 5 against Peter Svidler.
Should I open it in a separate window here?
Yep.
Karjakin Svidler?
Yep.
Is something happening there?
I mean, it's not only 2 Norwegians against each other, but also 2 Russians, and one of them is Sergey Karjakin, who's leading.
Okay. I don't manage to get it up here.
No, you don't get it.
Okay. Is there anything else exciting going on?
Well, there's another leader. It's Vishy Anand. He's playing Black against Hikaru Nakamura, and they've already reached move 29. And they keep moving very fast.
Okay, it's not being updated here. I think we have to focus on.
So we're back to
Magnus, because that's
okay.
Oh, something has happened. We just looked away for a moment, and then a queen sack has happened. But it's getting the queen back again with check. This looks like resignable for.
And suddenly it's completely lost for Hammer.
Yes.
That was a hammer blow by Magnus Carlsen.
I wonder what happened. But this is over.
So we just saw Ludvig Hammer being destroyed by his countryman.
Yes, obviously it was.
That's a tough one. So, but it
Maybe
also
I
shows
might have
that
to go back, because I'm a little bit curious.
Oh yeah, but
it didn't see this one.
Yeah, that's a big one. Yeah.
But the position was difficult here anyway, with all the black pieces hanging over the white queen.
Yeah, so Magnus's risky play with black paid off. He took some risks, but was definitely not punished for that. And once he managed to take over the attack, he struck ruthlessly. So he's back in business. 2.5 from 4. That sounds much better than what did he have? Half from 2.
Aronian Radjabov? Is that interesting?
And there's another decision. Wang has beaten Veselin Topalov. Well, that's not Veselin's first loss here, so That's a bit atypical for a player in good shape.
What did you say? Sorry.
You're trying to get Aronian's game?
I'm trying to get Aronian's game because they just come to the early middle game.
Yeah.
What has happened with Karjakin? Is that just a piece? No, it's hanging on H2. That's something going on there.
Yeah, that's...
It's a little bit forward back here, but Peter Svidler Wang Hao, it looks like we have to look at that one. Or
no, that's...
Peter Svidler. It doesn't come up here. Okay. Sorry, it doesn't come up here.
So maybe we should have a look at Nakamura, Anand, Zeman.
Nakamura, Anand, yes.
Because... but you don't get it there. Well, then maybe we just look at this board for the time being.
It's not updated. Look at the live board at the moment. The analysis board is not really working. It might do now. Here it comes.
Yeah, there it is. So that's Nakamura with white against Anand. And
okay, Nakamura with white. He's winning the B-pawn. He's just winning.
Is it just winning or?
Oops. It's very close to just winning, but it's not. That's the thing with the best players in the world. They fight back.
No.
They don't just.
That's not fair.
No.
So you get a winning position and then they fight back.
It might not be so easy now because pawn endings, the rook endings are often a draw. But in a long game, this should be winning.
But it's two pawns and.
No, what to do? It's not so simple.
To make progress, you mean?
Yes. Might just run with a pawn. That looks.
But that's what he's doing.
But if you run with, that's what he's been doing. I'm not getting synchronizing properly. Okay, winning for white.
Yeah.
Simply, he was winning the H pawn and stopping the E pawn.
Well, that would be something.
This is resignable.
Well, that says a lot about about this Blitz tournament. That I mean, we're watching Vishy Anand, who looked untouchable, and then while we kept praising him for that, he runs into his first defeat and he gets beaten by Blitz.
And now Aronian is losing. That's synchronizing. It works. That's resigning, is it?
Aronian is playing against Teimour Radjabov, and that's
resigns. Okay, interesting again.
Yeah.
Isn't Radjabov beating everybody here? He's beating all the best players.
Yeah. And then we have the other leader, Sergey Karjakin. He also loses against Peter Svidler. So we had two proud leaders, and let's say both of them have been caught by Magnus Carlsen, who won his second game in a row, and they're all on 2.5 from 4 now. So everything possible again.